For most of us, scratching an itch may provide relief, but for those living with the rare liver condition Alagille Syndrome, itching can be constant and debilitating. Alagille Syndrome often strikes in childhood, and for the sufferer and their family can affect every aspect of life, from sleep to schooling. Mirum Pharmaceuticals is working to bring relief, support and resources to families.
Since he was just months old, Cord Jake suffered with an unbearable itch beneath his skin. To try to find relief, he'd scratch himself day and night, sometimes until he bled. Now 12, he recalls how it felt.
It just never goes away. Sometimes there's like a spot, and then it's like you need to itch it, but like other times then you'll get a different spot, and then sometimes it'll move back and forth maybe.
And the psychological and emotional toll on Cord's family from the incessant itching was immense.
It's very hard to be around a child that's screaming and crying and in distress, and there's nothing you can do.
It affected pretty much every aspect of our life there was. He wouldn't eat food, he wouldn't sleep at night. There was many nights where I'd curl up beside him in bed and I would scratch his back so he could stop scratching his back, until finally he just would be exhausted and fall asleep.
After 2 years and several misdiagnoses, genetic testing finally confirmed Cord had been born with Alagille Syndrome, an extremely rare genetic condition found in only 1 in 30,000 kids. Dr. Rohit Kohli is an Alagille Syndrome specialist. He says diagnosing it is especially challenging because its presentation can be so varied.
It is affecting multiple parts of our body. One of the things that we get to see early on, even as a newborn, is jaundice, where the liver's not functioning. It's not excreting bile acids as it should because of internal problems with plumbing of the bile ducts. And these children start to develop, from the high levels of bile acid, cholestatic itching, or the technical term becomes cholestatic pruritus. And that in of itself is a quality of life debilitator. Beyond that, many other organs are affected, bone disorders, heart disorders, that can continue to worsen such that these children may even need a liver transplant.
Until recently, treatments for Alagille syndrome have been largely ineffective or involved risky and potentially complicated procedures. But now there is some cause for hope as researchers, scientists and companies all work together to provide long-term relief for patients. Mirum is one of few companies that has taken a fresh look at drugs that had been in early stage development but later shelved by larger companies. Through that, they saw an opportunity to deliver impactful therapies to an underserved community.
Drug development in rare disease has this challenge of it's a smaller patient population, and what you see is some of the larger companies then won't invest, and so they don't develop new medications for those settings. What we've done at Mirum is taken an approach of leveraging science and advances that have been made maybe initially for a different indication, and find how to apply that for a rare disease, because often the impact can be so large that for even one patient you can really change their life, right? So it makes it so impactful to be able to redirect some of that existing science to rare disease.
And while a cure is still a distant hope, today patients can access a new class of medications that offer real relief from the itching and in the process give families hope for healthier days ahead, less burdened by this debilitating itch.
Well, we all sleep much more. Cord sleeps from like 8:30 at night till about 6 in the morning every day. And just having that base of sleep, and then that means we can sleep for at least that long, and then we can function during the day because we've had that sleep. And I don't know, he can do pretty much anything now. and he's not focused on the itch, so he can thrive at school, he can thrive with his friends, he can do whatever he wants to try, and he loves to try new things. He's eating food now, and he'll eat anything. So that's just so fun to see, and just the simple things that he does day to day now bring us joy. So we didn't have a lot of that joy for a lot of years.